Hello, hello, beautiful people of the internet. Hello, Squigs, Mastermaticus, the Chaucer, Dr. Vishnevsky, Not Delusional, Antiwian, Lucid Tavi, Sir Kells, J-Tran22, and it looks like the queue is working. This is amazing. Wow. It is a Christmas miracle. We've got lots of folks in the queue. You never know when it will be working or not. I'm always able to pull from it. But people adding themselves in, not always working. So if you're here and you want in, now's the time. What a time to be alive. Speaking of times to be alive, this run is going to live to the end. Dregs 3, third time's a charm. I mean, think about it. You've got the Three Stooges, the Three Musketeers. We start with Three Brothers. 3 is perfect, right? The Illuminati, triangles. Wow. The pyramids. Other stuff. The 3 is a magical number. The first odd prime number. You know, we have exactly three brothers in our obituary. It's gonna stay that way. What else? That's it. Aren't all prime numbers odd? 2. 2 is the only even. But yes, otherwise they're all odd. But it's the first one. And 1 does not count as a prime. I don't make the rules. All right, and also thank you to the now deceased Behenotos. Noted that we actually saw a tavern rumor for a ceremonial weapon west of Luton Dock, which used the phrase "stench hangs in the air," which makes me think maybe it's a beast cave. So thank you to Behenotos. Oh, hello, Behenotos. I have no idea how to pronounce your name, by the way. So thank you for that. Somewhere west of here, which I guess could be, well, anywhere. But that's still good information to have. You can call me J-Chan. Can do. Welcome, J-Chan. The shame of dying to a brigand thug, yeah. So, one thing that I realized, thinking about the brothers that died. Actually, we can look at the obituary and draw our conclusions. One of the things that I'd like to do, because I think it's very strong, and we need the power boost when it becomes available, is to get a little phalanx thing going on. We don't have that many brothers with the shield perk group to even do it. We've got Karskin here, who's going to be Phalanx INI. It's in the name. And the Chaucer, who's probably going to take Phalanx. I think we're going to do that same Phalanx whipping thing. But unfortunately, we lost some members of the future Phalanx. I think the Phalanx strategy is going to be better performing while we're leveling, even if it's a little less good at level 11, but it probably isn't even that much. Like, Phalanx is it's a really strong perk. It's a really strong way to sort of build a company strategy. So the way it works, enemies will never have reach advantage against you. Oh, excuse me, that's shield expert, which is probably going to be taken by those brothers. But so gain +1 reach per adjacent ally equipped with the shield. So it's a good way of preventing the enemy from getting reach advantage on you and you gaining reach advantage over them. And shield wall does not expire at the start of your turn if an adjacent ally is also using shield wall. So in other words, once shield walled brothers are joined together, as long as you've got good ranged power behind you, where you can sit together, shields, arm in arm, you have a really, really, really good defensive boost. Anyway, so we're up here in Grunland. One thing that I'm concerned about is that so far, yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to look at. I was like, have we discovered any other noble house? And the answer is literally no. This noble house is huge. What is going on here? So House Weilberg is massive. I don't think it is reasonable for us to make an enemy of them. Like, I think that would be cutting ourselves off of too much of the middle of the map, where going hostile to them is probably a bad idea. So what I want to do, I think in this stream, is to go up north looking for the other noble houses that apparently exist and seeing if maybe we can pick on them as a way of getting our company off the ground. But first, we're of course going to visit their towns and see if they've got any beggars or cripples that we can hire. Who's going to be your phalanx buddy? I mean, right now, the only one who's a potential is Carskin, but we'll see if we can get some others rocking and rolling. Aren't there faction generations that are something like 17-3-1 or something like that? Yeah, I mean, it is often unbalanced. We have reason to believe that this one is, well, certainly already at least partially imbalanced, right? But we'll see. Apples and fruits, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. And so, I think without further ado, Secure Cemetery. That'll be fighting either ghosts or zombies or nachos. We just had a bad run-in with nachos. If it's a really small number of zombies, it might be okay. I think we take a look. I think we take a look at this. Another day, another contract breaking, peasant robbing, caravan plundering, settlement pillaging stream. Yes, correct. Hello, the Doomer blocks. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at what's there, and if it's not to our liking, we just simply leave. It's that simple. So we want to get there while it's still daytime, ideally. Should be able to. I guess we don't get to know what's there. Okay. No longer the good guys, now it's the Dregs of society. Now we're the good guys. We're the good guys, it is known. Oh, this might be Briggies. It is Briggies. Oh, this is like 5 thugs? Great. Yeah, this we can do. This we can do. Though, I mean, still spooky. Going at the same run. Broad Metal 2, hello, hello. Just check past stream since you noticed this wasn't Dregs 2. The Noble Patrol was too dangerous, IMO, but thought you would still win with a couple loss. Yeah, it was, the problem is, I mean, there's a few things, but the bros are, I have to just accept that, like, I'm recruiting the worst background in the game, giving them one completely dead perk, like, that does nothing until level 11, and we are, like, by necessity off to a really slow start because it takes so long to get, like, an initial group of brothers to even do basic fights, where I just have to accept that until we hit level 11, we've got to just, like, skirt by. There's really very few of those types of fights we can fight. I just have to accept that. I don't want to accept it because I want to push, but I can't push. And I've also been being greedy with the stat picks. That's very true, right? Yeah, exactly. Because the stats are permanent instead of refunded 11, I've been picky about them. And I think I should be less like that, and or less eager to fight maybe things I shouldn't be. That's what I think is really going on. Okay. So what I should have done, and actually probably still can do, yeah, because they also waited. Cool, so I can put the shield away and then end turn, and then at the start of the next turn, spear wall, and then pull the shield out and have a little more fatigue to work with. But yeah, the bros with poor resolve where I haven't, like backgrounds with poor resolve where the bros I happen to get didn't have talent stars in resolve, where I was like kind of probably being too greedy and not taking resolve. It means that when something goes a little bit wrong, things go extra wrong. There's a variety of factors at play here. Yeah, let's do the aim shot here, I think. And how's his... Yeah, I think we weapon swap here with the rest of our AP. So we'll put the shield away and then just end turn. Can do that on both brothers, but especially the Chaucer. So because of the terrain here, they can't actually get up and attack us yet. Either way, constant morale cascade on your team makes for good content variety. I mean, that's true. I guess. If we're trying to look for an upside, I guess that's something. You made it as a brother? You sure did, Tasman300. You sure did. Okay, I think I'm gonna back up with Broken Exile. I mean, I guess the Thug gets to him either way. Dang, really wanted that to hit. Oh, that's bad. Bad stuff going on here. Let's go for the stun here. Okay. Damn. Yeah, we missed our attacks against him and he hit his attacks against us. It's that simple. Yeah, I figured that's where that guy would go. I want to push him off, I think. Another failed potential, yeah. Ruh-roh. We get a few more attempts at a push. I think we go for this attack though. And here we go for this push. I mean, if we miss them all, like, I don't know. All right. And I still have to move apples and fruits in there. We can't let him close the gap. Of course he hits his. Man, he hit both of those? Hit the 29 and the 32. Yeah, that sucks. We missed a huge series of like 59, 55. Oh, that's just how it is. Did you get struck down? No. Nope. Sure didn't. Welcome to Battle Brothers. Welcome to Battle Brothers. You can only attack one time, so I guess he's stammed out, so it's fine. Takes 2 hits to kill. And he doesn't have 2 hits in him. There we go. Okay. You're curious now that it's the 3rd run, how would you rate the overall difficulty compared to No Towns? Oh, it's definitely easier than No Towns. Like, man, that really sucks though. We really shouldn't have lost anyone in that fight. Don't forget me. You'll be immortalized forever. Damn. At least the queue goes fairly quick in this. I mean, that's true. All right. Man. 22 doable on this run? Oh, it's like, I would go so far as to say inevitable. Sludgy goes faster through fresh recruits than noble houses. Yeah. Let's at least see who's in the recruiting pool. I think it shouldn't update. Right? Yeah, no. It'll update later with the settlement condition change, but yikes. We have money, and honestly, even like a leather tunic is probably fine to buy. Like they're not terrible. We need something to help us survive just like a few hits a little bit better. Let's just get one of them. Yeah, screw it. We'll get a little bit more defense. Losing brothers is a big deal. And we don't want to do it. What is your favorite famed weapon you ever found? I was pretty tickled that in the Win Streak series, in the very final entry in Lone Wolf, that we found a famed spear. It was like overgrown spear, it was like giant spear, big spear. It was something about it being oversized. Oversized spear, maybe? I liked the theming of that. Or, this is before I ever streamed, but I had a one-handed hammer that had, it was either a damage or armor penetration roll. I don't even remember which one. But the other one was -2 fatigue on skill use. And I had a Oath Taker who had Iron Lungs. And I had a fatigue neutral 2 attack, one-handed hammer and shield bro. It was like the most broken fatigue neutral ever because with the, he had like really high defenses too. So between the shield and his naturally high defenses and the fact that he could attack twice with a one-handed hammer with a damage roll was nuts. Like that brother was so good. He was like a defensive rock that still poured out damage. And I thought that was a pretty cool, like unique fatigue neutral that I was pretty happy about. Okay, I think let's head to the right. Since the left looks like the open area of civilization, or away from civilization, I should say. Given that we just lost 2 brothers, which really, I feel like, I don't know. Though we did get unlucky, it is also one of those things where it only takes a little bit of bad luck for it to go terrible. Right? Things are just very... Hey, a different noble house! Incredible. We finally found somebody else. And they've got terrified villagers here too. Terrified villagers are making stuff more expensive. I don't like that. Quick start killing their peasants? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, right now we just move on. I'm almost tempted to buy these tools, but no, I'm gonna move on. They've got a situation making stuff more expensive. Food-wise, we're still okay as long as we stay to the roads. There may be peasants here that they just sent out. Can we be friends with the greenhouse? Yeah, maybe. The thing is we need to raid someone. Like it's pretty necessary, I think, to get the campaign really rocking and rolling. And I think this house that we've been raiding a little bit / spending our time around is probably too big and too important, especially with this city existing right edge of the map, a good like hub to sell stuff at. I have a feeling we're going to treat them well and probably go hostile with one of the others on the map. Oh wow, this is still that same faction? This is wild. Okay. Why do we need to raid since we can do contracts? Because the caravans and peasants are actually easier fights than the contracts. And we kind of need it just to get up off the ground, essentially. All right, there's nothing here for us, huh? Could maybe buy these 2 aprons. I actually might. They have 50 defense. They actually have quite a bit. The wooden hammer? That's way too expensive. Way too expensive. So we're looking to be really efficient with our money here. So we're only buying stuff that's very cheap, essentially. And we'd like to buy tools, but not here. Where were these guys coming from? Well, I don't know. We move on. We just need to fill our ranks. We just need to find the towns we haven't found yet and see if we can find some brothers to recruit. And if we can't, well, then that's bad. This run is definitely difficult to get off the ground. And I knew it would be, but... Okay. Here's a faction we haven't seen yet. They do exist. I'm not going to raid this yet. Actually, we might even not be able to, sadly. We're going to be looking to visit the town first. What was the name of it? It wasn't this. So they've got at least 2 cities. I don't think it was Gunheim. It was started with an F, right? Filsmoose? Okay. I was going to say, I don't think it was this name. No beggars, no cripples, no refugees. Armed courier to Wolfheiden. Okay. Yeah. There's an old legend about a place called Icy Cave. Some say it's a long way, 18 to 23 tiles, from here in the snow, while others estimate it's not far in the forest. I'm gonna go ahead and guess it's the first one. Yeah, I guess that's all we do here. Could maybe get the advance payment here and then leave. Maybe we buy some food first. Hello, Captain Slurgy. How fare ye dregs, my lord? You know... Fine. We need more dregs. North Hound for 600? That's too expensive. I think we can get better value from other things. I'm interested in the dogs and hounds for sure, but I think we can get cheaper than 600. Good lord, how long is this road? Suppose I could have gone south. Probably should have gone south. Okay, we got something over here. Oh, we got something up here too. Okay. Hellevad. All right, so they've got at least 3 towns because it was what, Filsmoose? Is that what someone said? Man, a 150 wild man. Disaster. Cheap tools. We're definitely gonna buy the tools here. Snafu, huh? Situation normal. Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna buy maybe even both sets of tools. We will make use of them because we're gonna be buying broken stuff. I am gonna buy both because it's so cheap. I think that's worth. Especially considering I think we're gonna get some advanced payment here and skedaddle. Let's see, we'll probably go north because I think that'll probably be a dead end because I can't imagine there's much past that. When you say we'll be buying broken stuff, do you mean the Cripples? Well, yeah. And I'm not even going to look at this fight. Oh. Hey. Like I'm just gonna skip it entirely. We need a few more brothers. That's just true. Okay, Stone Keep, and it is a dead end. Ooh. They have a kennel and no one to recruit. Man. A dog for $289? That we definitely buy. That we definitely get. I think I get another dog. I think so. And then we sell a little bit. Actually, it's not even a terrible place to sell stuff. Like the sale price isn't awful, given our current situation. Let's get 3 days worth of wages. Got there. Guess that didn't take much, huh? God, maybe I should have bought a padded leather. I can't even sell enough stuff. I guess now technically I could sell the dog back. Because you still get to sell it at cost. Anything happen yet? Yeah, I lost 2 brothers in one fight. So. Yeah, maybe I like this padded leather better now that I'm thinking about it. Is there a special program that lets you make a custom origin? The Chaucer made it. You can make it in any like code editor. There's there are like Battle Brothers modding getting started guides out there on the internet that can guide you through the start. Today, or was that last night? No, today already. The one fight we fought. Yeah, I think I'd rather have this padded leather than that other war dog. It might be a mistake. Maybe I want 2 of them. Yeah, we can't be losing more brothers. We just can't. We just can't. So we got to get geared up. And we need more brothers. But this is at least a start. Okay. .29 melee attack. Does he ever hit anything? Well, part of that's because of his injury. The deep chest cut. But no. No, he doesn't. He shield walls. He shield walls and he releases a dog. That's what he does. On 2 separate turns because of his current fatigue. Okay. I'm a little nervous about the small amount of money we have as far as like getting a new recruit, actually. Maybe I should have left myself with like closer to 150. Yeah, that might have been a mistake. I think it was. Alright, let's get a little bit of lunch money here. We're gonna make this faction kind of hate us. But I think we already got what we wanted / needed out of them. Come here. Come here, snack. Oh, right. Still gotta cancel that contract. Did you see a permanent injury? Yeah, we've got one permanent injury. On, Broken Exile. We got a broken knee. Oh, I should have leveled him up. Ah, that's okay. This fight I'm actually not too concerned with. Blackbird, hello, hello. I'm not even going to spear wall, I'm going to let him come to me. Got him. Pierced him right in the arm muscles. Should have released the dog first. Alright, dog should be able to finish him. Cool. So, not even any lunch money, just some snacks. And they are fully hostile to us. So let's level up Broken Exile. I suppose we may as well grab Long Reach now. Like, we're probably always just gonna have him hold a polearm from now until the end of time. Do we know something about the future Battle Brawl? I've got something very fun planned that I still need to work through the details. But stay tuned. Stay tuned. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab Long Reach now. Essentially what this does is it does an additional surround on enemies who are in range of his polearm. So it should help our piddly defense or piddly offense. You're going full Zorks for a Battle Brawl? The way I'm configuring it, that might not be an option. You'll just have to wait and see. Fatigue, HP, melee attack. Actually, I'm thinking fatigue, melee attack, and resolve. So that he's able to pour out more damage. HP also would be good. For sure. Battle Brawl and Hardened? Nah, you'll just have to wait and see. Okay, their militia is actually too strong for us. And we're not hostile to the house yet, right? Yeah, okay, just cold. Because we still need to figure out what's over here, too. Could be that same faction, and it is not. It is a new one. It is Husnaborg. I was gonna say, I was like, this is a long list of no potential brothers. All right, we at least have Caspar here, and we cannot afford him. We have some stuff we can sell, so it's fine. If I learned one thing in my soldiering years, it's that high ground wins battles. Trust me on this one. True. All right, so we're gonna sell the Nacho Horn and the Gossamer. And that should get us enough. Shouldn't have worried, Slurgy. Barracks guaranteed high tier recruits such as refugees. That's true. All right, so let's see what we got here. Weslar. Welcome to the squad. Huh. So his stats are like fine, right? They're like totally fine. He's got a good trait. We'll probably end up building a hybrid from this brother because he's got the ranged fighting style and no melee fighting styles. Hybrid throw plus dagger bro, is that too weird? No, that's not too weird. Though I think it'd probably be hybrid throw plus hammer. Because we'll have access to unstoppable. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So at the moment, it'll just be hybrid. Yeah, dagger on the first pass. Probably dagger on the first pass, most likely. Okay. You can take backstabber as well. This guy probably won't. Not if we're going to use a lot of ranged attacks. Okay, that's at least, that's good. And I'm sure there's nothing else here for us. Let's just make sure this road actually ends here. And it does, okay. I was gonna say, we're basically at the edge of the map. Okay. So is that it for up here? Unless there's a road in this little thing, but I kind of doubt it. So I guess we got to make our way back this way and probably south from here. There was also where we could have gone west way over here. So that's going to go to something. Probably a good frontline ranged bait unit. Yeah, I think so. Cross country south. Yeah, I think we want to revisit these towns too, since it's been a while since we were here. So they may have recruits for us. Then we can actually do contracts for them, potentially. So we'll see if Hellevad sends out their militia at us again. And there is no road south, okay. Yeah, so right now what I'm thinking is I'm probably keen to raid this green noble house. Actually, let's see what they have for resources too. So they've got a trapper here. So that's a good trade good that we can get from their caravans. Another trapper here. Gatherer's hut. Copper vein. Slurgy, I used the word cusp today and thought of you. Wonderful. Good. You're on the cusp of greatness. Yeah, I'm pretty keen to raid this greenhouse, I think. I don't think they offer anything for us strategically, like map-wise, and I think we've got good roads to raid caravans. They've got good resources. We're going to mend relations with all of the towns from House Weilberg. And raid this one. Perfect. This is what we want to see. These cute little trading caravans. Give me your stuff. Okay, we'll just chill right here. And I don't think I'm gonna spear wall. A little tempted to move here and attack since Eagledub can release a dog. Guess we kind of let one. No, we'll wait. We'll wait. See what this caravan hand does. So the knife is pretty unlikely to kill a dog. So I might just like get in position, put the dog to attack here. This guy's gonna re-shield wall anyway. And if we were faster than him, I'd move in and maybe attack. But we're not. So we won't. We can send Broken Exile here. Help our hit chance. Nice. Ooh. I suppose since this dog got attacked, I kind of want to go up here and attack and help. We're faster than him, so we're gonna get to go before him next turn. Same deal here, we're faster than him. Yeah, I don't know, it's quite a bit of surround bonus. We're gonna attack him with quite a few units. Yeah, this should be fine. It is unlikely to not be fine. There we go. And there's nothing to dagger down here. Cool. Nice work, doggos. Nice work, doggos. I was hoping to get those furs. Not smoked ham. Another deadly caravan destroyed? I know. We're keeping the roads nice and safe. Release the DPS, I mean dogs. Yeah, pretty much. Release the only units we have that can hit anything. It's the dogs. That's why grabbing long reach was so good. We make our dogs more accurate. At least I'm assuming. that works for your dogs as well as your brothers. I would think so. Okay, let's travel this unknown road. And we are not going to attack this caravan. So this road, there. Okay, so this. Is there? There must. Oh, okay, here. So this looks like this road connects. If Hardened has a caravan here. So if I were to click here, I'm curious if it'll just follow the road. Yeah, it looks like it will. Okay. We'll just navigate this way then. Got another Eichenberg. Surface copper vein. All right. We got someone we can recruit. Ooh, and some pretty cheap, a cheap warhound, but it's just not gonna happen, huh? So we're definitely selling the strange meat, and we need still more money than this. So we'll probably sell some smoked ham. Heard they like ham here? I think they do. It's a local delicacy. Northlands. They love their cured meats. There's something about living in the north that makes you love cured meats. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. Escort caravan to Gunheim. 110 crowns just to like take a little baby caravan to there. I actually kind of want to do that. It's weird. We were supposed to get some ham delivered, but the caravan got raided on the way here. Yeah, how weird. All right, and this actually is Dr. Wisniewski. Dr. Wisniewski coming with Loyal. You love to see it. Let's take a look at what we got here. Okay. We've got a brother who can be in the phalanx. Your queue is bugged. I bet Dark Paladin gets it next. It might be. I am choosing Shuffle Pick. In fact, I think it even says that. Yeah, randomly chosen. Why did your message send twice? I blame Twitch. But this brother's great. This brother's really good. Starting with 40 resolve. Amazing. Starting with a max roll and hit points. Incredible. We'll be able to pump his fatigue as he levels. This is good. Wisniewski looks like not bad tank if he's rolling MDef good. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to make him a... You don't really make tanks in this mod. I mean, you can, but we're not even going to be looking at brothers to do that. But we are looking at making a brother who can be in the phalanx. God, all the other ones died? That's a death sentence. But I do still want to make a phalanx. I think that's such a strong company strategy. Dr. Wisniewski's king of beggars with his rolls. True. Okay, we actually have some like some good stuff going here now, finally. I was a little worried. So let's escort this caravan. I've got plans for this caravan. Actually, I've got a whole watch this. All right, so this caravan, 100 crowns just to deliver to here. No problem. Look at how short of a trip this is. Let's do it. When we say phalanx, do we mean... No, we mean like literally the perk phalanx. When we say phalanx, I mean Yeah, the perk Phalanx. Whatever weapon we use is whatever, but a row of joined locked shields, that's what we're rocking and rolling with. Hint, the caravan will not reach its destination. No spoilers. So we're gonna just go ahead and escort this caravan to the north. Ah, how lovely. Gunheim has a fresh delivery. You love to see it. Let's stop by there real quick, see what's going on. They're well supplied here. Just quick check out the town, see what's going on. See if there's anything cheap we want to buy with this well supplied buff. And oops. What bird was that? Was that the falcon? Or was that the vulture? Might have been a vulture. All right, and I think this is their entire fighting force. I'd love to dagger them down, but I just don't think we're quite there. It's too risky. They got a grinner. Not for much longer. Got him. Get him, doggies. And if he shield walls, he's only going to attack once. Okay. Then we'll get in there. He's only going to have one attack. Surely we'll be able to hit him with this whole army of brothers we have surrounding. Okay. Whew. Curse word. Hello, hello. Bread. Their cargo was bread. Disappointing, because I was hoping there'd be some copper ingots in that caravan. Go ahead and sell off this strange meat. And I think we actually might accept this. So delivering something to Wolfheiden. It's a pretty good payout. I think we'll do it. That might mean we aren't able to attack them if we see their caravan. Oh, this... Huh. Supply caravan from that noble house, huh? So they've got another settlement here somewhere. Probably on the road that we're traveling. Well, I mean, it must be on the road we're traveling, but I wonder if it'll be on the way. So I think we're not able to attack these right now. Yeah, we're not. Let's quick swing by whatever this is. I'm assuming there'll be something. No, I say quick. We don't know how far this is. Yeah, that was a lot of footprints. Maybe I'm making a mistake. Wasting my time. Definitely a mistake. Oh, was this Phil's Moose? Is this the legendary Phil's Moose? Could it be? It is. They have disappearing villagers here. Well. Oh, shiny. Savage Harpoons? What a name. That is a great name for a bundle of javelins. Okay. Well, we finally saw the legendary Phil's Moose. Whoa, okay, fastest route is going to be going through here, huh? I'll allow it. We'll follow it. Yeah. Wonderful. We're walking on this rugged terrain, and would you believe it, that Psycho Ling is like, I'm getting fit. Gains the stamina. You love to see it. What's so legendary about Phil's Moose? Just we saw it earlier, and I was like, will this next town be Phil's Moose? Will this next town be Phil's Moose? And it never was. It was all these ones up here. Otherwise, there's nothing special about Phil's Moose. Phil's Moose. Oh, something here. Workshop. Wait, what? What's going on here? I feel like that's kind of far from the Stone Keep, huh? Another kennel. Phil's Moose is actually quite exceptional. Thanks, Phil. You just found a famed 4 AP sword cleaver hybrid with 700 100 base damage and -3 fat on skills. Day 14. Game is won. The Kriegsmesser. It's pretty good weapons. Well, I guess there's nothing for us to do here since they don't have any recruits for us. Keep making our way down to Wolfheiden. Okay. So our goal here is going to be to sort of fix up our relations with this noble house. One thing that's really nice about what I'm seeing on this seed is we've got a potentially good commerce hub for selling here in Schwarzmark, here in the southeast, and then in the northwest, we've got one here in Grunland from the same faction, right? That's pretty good. So from an economic perspective, we've got two good centers to offload things to get good, you know, good prices and stuff. They've got a kennel there and a training hall up here. I think this faction really has everything we need. Hope wolves aren't hiding in Wolfheiden. I also hope they're not hiding here. I don't think we're going to bother with a 3 skull contract. Disbanded troops. More recruits? Sure doesn't look like it. Though I guess there's Bones. Bones the War Dog for 251? And a port? That's true, there is a port, isn't there? I don't remember where Luton Dock could... Oh yeah, just to here. Just to Königwasser. I think it was just those two though, right? Was there any southern city-state that we could have traveled to by boat? I don't remember. Cheap copper? That might be low quality though. Hope they had another dog for sale named Skin. Skin and Bones? That would be cool. All right, we got our promised potential here. Love seeing that +4. And let's go ahead and grab the 3 resolve. I think 28 is just too low. Let's not let resolve cascades happen to us. How about? All 3 possible cities belong to the same noble house is unique. What a weird seed. Okay. Tasman 300. This is just going to be a ranged brother. He's tiny. I see now why I did this. And we'll skip the +2. I think we'll take the high rolls in melee skill though. And he's pretty fast. Don't have access to crossbow. Do have medium armor. Have unstoppable. You're just a little guy? Just a little guy? I might just grab the hit points. It'll be nice on this level. We'll take a cozy little +4 hit points and probably not need to take hit points later. Okay. Cheap tools, cheap copper, but I think we're not quite in a situation to purchase either. I might sell the smoked ham here. I think I'm going to. So we can head to Schwarzmark. Could also go to Nesselwald. Let's go to Nesselwald because we'll probably be able to get there still on day 17. And if there's nothing for us to do there, we'll skedaddle. So I'm gonna go ahead and cancel the 3 skull contract. Look at this new technology. We can just right click them. A freelancer. Thanks for the resolve, boss. Hey, you're welcome. A 2 skull. Return the hidden item. We have a lot more dogs now. We're gonna get 1 more. Let's try it. If we need to cancel it, we will. There's also a cheap net. I don't think it'll be relevant for this fight, but we may want to buy that net after we're done here. So let's see what we got. Ugh. 4 to 6 thugs? Okay. We should be able to do this. We've got better gear, we've got, yeah. Come on, thieves, stop running away. All right, so we got 5 of them. Seems manageable. This guy didn't bring a hat. Hopefully we put a pitchfork in that little bald head of his. What's our obituary log look like so far in Dregs 3? Oh, let's not even look. Alright, probably gonna scoot and shoot here. We'll run up into the left 2 hexes. Are we hungry for snacks? Our boss looks stressed. We are. Hi Slurgy, hope everything is well. Glad to find you streaming this fine evening. Hey, a stoned forever. Glad you're here. Glad you're glad you found the stream. Deciding whether I want to spear wall here. Redirect them towards the high ground. I think I will. Just gonna wait. That's a terrible target for us. Spears out. Morning from New Zealand here. Been a while since you caught a stream. Amazed that you can chat from YouTube now. Good luck. Hey. Thanks, Cameron Taffs 5178. Hello to you in New Zealand. Everybody gonna spear wall here. The reply Slurge gave me, I take it we've stacked up the bodies hard so far. Rest in peace. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry I was so vague, Brewski, but yes. That is, in fact, accurate. Just put the dog down. He'll be able to get an attack on it. Which I don't love, but he's fine. Yeah, I'm a little worried about Bones here. Oof, good boy. What's up with the AI and flanking in Battle Brothers? Well, when you spear wall and there's no melee contact, that's going to be pretty much the same as the behavior in vanilla. They're pretty keen to go on big flanks. Oh, I shouldn't have done that on Eagledub. Wait here. Destroyed my shield. Okay. Alright, this guy's worn down. This guy's worn down. Still can't hit him, of course. Good boy. All right. The dogs are key. When your brothers suck, the dogs will pull through. $450, huh? Nah, we're gonna repair relations with this faction. We're paid $220 to return it, and that's what we'll do. We're gonna buddy up to this faction. We're not gonna betray them. But yeah, when your brothers suck, you gotta rely on dogs. All right, let's grab the juicy +4 resolve here. Hopefully this deep chest cut goes away soon. And let's grab survival instinct as a tempo perk here. You can always rely on dogs. You can always rely on dogs. Maybe not little Susie or Mango. Actually, you can rely on Susie. Mango, not so much. Reminds you of Pashi strategy in Vanilla Battle Brothers. Grab dogs on sight in the early game. Yeah, grabbing dogs on sight in the early game is very good. The net for 95, you know. We may see like a juicy target. Let's have it handy. Can we? Yeah, okay. So let's see. Maybe go to Schwarzmark and then swing through the desert. We've not been to Quadim yet. We need to fill out our roster. I think let's do that. Oh. Well. We gained some extra renown. Now, we're only known as treacherous. Let's see, how bad do they hate us in Fuchsburg? Relations are, they're just threatening. Okay, they'll get over us here pretty soon. We need to make sure not to accidentally get into fights with them. Some awfully cheap tools. Yeah, I guess I'm not gonna buy him. There may be a recruit for us in Schwarzmark. And I want to make sure we've got more than just one day of wages. That might be where we sell at least some of the junk we've been hanging on to. Okay, let's see what they got going on here. Drive off brigands, armed courier. I like the armed courier. The drive off brigands. Two skull contract. It's unlikely that that's okay. We could do it and take a peek, but I don't want to cancel contracts. Hi Slurgy, big fan, learn a lot from your gameplays. Hey, Ruxo Legend, glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. No, I think we'll just do the armed courier. I mean, the thing is, we're not going to gain experience if we don't take fights. If we need to cancel it, we cancel it. It's fine. So let's at least wait till sunrise. We can see if we're able to recruit anyone. We are. Wow, there's like a ton of recruits here. Holy. Wow, what a list. The Grand Traveling Show. 50% more recruits, I guess. Not a big fan of Reforged, but you already mastered Vanilla, so I get it. Yeah, that's fair. I think Vanilla Battle Brothers is great. I do think the Hardened submod for Reforged is pretty fun and pretty cool. But Vanilla Battle Brothers was near and dear to my heart. Not delusional. Not the swine. Is gluttonous. You love to see it. Let's see what we got going on here. Great stats, yeah. Pretty good stats. Like, just a good brother. Yeah, I guess another hybrid. I guess. Yeah, to hide behind the phalanx, yeah. And really, I guess this I also just hybrid because he's got pretty good melee skill, even if he's tiny. Yeah, I mean, I guess another one. Turns out they're more common than I thought. The one brother phalanx, yeah. Yeah. The one brother phalanx. Holding off on the standard bearer for me, I respect that decision. Well, yeah, I mean, this brother could do it, but I don't think... I suspect we'll find a better candidate. But yeah, curse word's got to be the Autobot. That's just how it is. Sir Wilfried the Fat. If we have mostly hybrids, we can do a bunch of scooting and shooting. Yeah. And we like scooting, and we like shooting. What time of day is it? Sunrise. So do we pay out wages yet? No, now we have. Okay. Hi Slargy, I love your videos. I have a challenge suggestion for you. Play Northern Raiders Origin, and you are allowed to recruit only barbarians, raiders, and wildmen. It would be nice theming. It would be very good thematic. Now, barbarians you can only find from... I think there's only 2 ways to get barbarians. There's the barbarian on the side of the road event that fires, and then the contract... Not contract twist, but if you have a contract to destroy a barbarian settlement, then at the aftermath of the battle, I think you can get a barbarian from that as well. I think those are the only 2 ways to get a barbarian in the game. There might be others, but they're not coming to mind. Anyway, I was thinking about maybe buying these crude jabs, but maybe we'll get them after this. Assuming we do this contract, which we might not. But we'll take a look. It messes with your barbarian company role-playing because you can't solely recruit other barbs. You could do a Northern Raiders run where you just custom origin, you just have a bunch of barbarians. And you're hostile to everyone. All right. I'm kind of worried about ranged fire. I don't know. I guess I'd rather have the fatigue available. I'm kind of worried about Eagledub. I wonder if we want him to be a little less encumbered, so we can at least run away successfully. Feels kind of important. You can get Barbarian indebted for Manhunters. I think they're just considered like Northern indebted, and they just have like pale skin. I mean, from the perspective of the Guilder, they're all barbarians, so fair enough. I'll revise my answer and just say yes. That was a satisfying pour sound. Yeah, it was some polar pink apple and lemon seltzer being poured into what was a glass of Trader Joe's jalapeno limeade, which is weirdly good. Oh, just 7 thugs? I think we can do this. I wonder about your taste buds. One of the only things I've ever eaten and not enjoyed was fermented shark in Iceland. I think I've mentioned that before. That was vile. You can do this, not too many shields. Yeah, we're not going to get bogged down. Now, what I'm worried about is these weapons, double gripped, are a little bit spooky. But the spear walls should be able to hold them off pretty well. We've got a couple bros starting confident, which is nice. I mean, jalapeno and lime is a good combo, really. In a drink, it seems weird, but you try it. I mean, it's basically like limeade with a tiny bit of kick. Trader Joe's used to, and I understand. I mean, I do, but yet don't understand. They used to do like cute things where, like, if they had snacks that were obviously like Mexican themed, it was like Trader Jose. They stopped doing that. I thought that was actually in good taste and kind of cute, but whatever. I don't make the rules. We're gonna scoot and shoot here. You had jalapeno tequila and cocktails. They're pretty good too. Yeah, I've had that as well, which is very good. Rude. Now, if I don't spear wall, I suppose they'll run all the way up. I wonder if I kind of want that, actually. I bet they had a drop of sales from Trader Jose name because people are dumb. Yeah, they might have been confused. Like, this isn't Trader Joe's, this is Trader Jose. I can't understand that. It's like, you can. It's just Joe. Psycho Ling, hello, hello. Couldn't understand the A&W third pound burger was actually bigger than the quarter pounder. Yeah. I've heard about that as well, which is funny / sad. Merca. Ooh. The dog is in danger. That was a pretty bad place for you to move, Bones. What are you doing, Bones? Wasn't a good idea, Bones. Yeah, that's rough. He's frontlining? He is, and he shouldn't be. Who am I? Like, who am I to judge? Okay, maybe he should be. Maybe he should be. All right. Bit him in the face. Literally bit his head for 52 damage, gave him a cut neck vein, and made him flee. Bones knows better than me. And I'm sorry I ever doubted. Yeah, who am I to doubt Bones' decision? Honestly, kind of embarrassing. Bones obviously knew what they were doing. The dogs are better than the bros? Oh, way better. It's not even close. They fixed the experience from bleeding out, right? I think so. I said barbarians because the ones you start with, also a little bit challenging to recruit raiders and wild men because this backgrounds are most of the time in the north. That's true. Yeah, it does sound like a legitimate challenge. Difficult to get recruits in the early game, kind of like this one. I might push this guy so he doesn't get 2 attacks. Right, if he gets just 1, then I'm not so concerned with what he can do. He might run away. The dogs will chase him. Yeah, so he's gonna run away. However, I think the dog's got him. He's nearly stammed out. Yeah, he's only at 1 attack. I think that axe probably technically can 1-tap if he hits him in the head. But he's gonna have pretty low accuracy with his resolve debuffed like this. Or his, not resolve, but morale state or whatever. Nice. Okay. Oh, what was his hit chance? Okay. I didn't want to know. I didn't even want to know. 19%? Okay, thank you. Nimble dodge doggy. Nimble dodge doggy. Hey. Not delusional, here's the deal. There's not a soul out here who isn't scared. Hell yeah. We are already just cruising when it comes to resolve. So let's see, which one of these do we think we'll do first? Probably this one. Just busting a random camp. It'll be a little while yet, but I don't know. Could come sooner than we're thinking. That'll probably happen before the 4 caravans, given where we are on the map and where we're planning on going next. Things are looking up. Things are looking good. Okay. Nobody here to recruit. And how's our sale price? Pretty good. We're definitely going to do this armed courier to El Hadet. El Hadet doesn't like us. Azim Shab doesn't like us. And Quadim doesn't know about us. So realistically, this is probably about the best sale price we'll see for a while. What I might do is sell here and also buy padded leathers and maybe a full Acton cap. Then we can have some proper armor. Maybe even strong enough to fight some basic nomad fights. How's the new squad? The stream started rough, but actually we're doing okay now. Yeah, things are looking okay. The stream started terribly, but we bounced back pretty fast. Things are looking pretty good now. All right, Psycho Ling and Weslarv level up. So Weslar's gonna grab Promised Potential. The Brigands helped us cut the chaff. If only. And because we're gonna grab Entrenched like next level, I think I'm not gonna grab Resolve on this brother. I'm just gonna grab Fatigue. even though I've been talking about how I'm taking like all these +4s in Resolve and the team's Resolve is looking good, this brother, I think it's okay to not take Resolve on this level. You're in the company? You are. And you level up. And you're probably going to grab Entrenched. You're going to grab Entrenched. This is going to be a crossbowman of sorts. Or gunner, or whatever. So let's grab Fatigue. And we'll grab Entrenched. Hell yeah. Psycho Ling is ready to be a sniper. So now we've got these crude javs for sale, as well as the padded leathers. I think I'm going to get all of those. Soon to be a desert stalker. Soon to be a desert stalker. Day walker, night stalker. You know? Okay, I feel pretty good about what we just acquired. Hoping this deep chest cut goes away soon. His other quotes escape me. Me too.
Night Stalker. Nighttime is my time. Creature of the dark. On the hunt.
He's very spooky. Very spooky. That is the unit Night Stalker from the game Dota. If you're smart enough to have not played Dota, don't start now. Shitty Wizard. Oh, an Invoker line. Right, isn't that Invoker who says Shitty Wizard? I guess he'd be the wizard. Who is it this? Is it Invoker? Must be, right? All heroes have a Shitty Wizard line? Good, they should. All right, so let's accept this armed courier contract. I don't know, I'm so OCD, like I want to recheck the units for hire like constantly, because I'm like, what if I missed one? What if I somehow missed it? Which luckily, you know, chat's looking out for me. You would never let that happen. So people are looking out for me, and that's good, and I appreciate it. So I don't need to double check, but like I still want to, because you never know. All right, let's make our way to El Haddad. Anything you're going to change this run? My intent was to run more brothers in a phalanx, like make a small phalanx, because I think that's really strong, like as we're leveling up. Let me show you something quick. The brothers I intended to put in the phalanx. Oh, and the Chaucer was also going to take phalanx. And Trash Comps was going to have Shield Sergeant. So that was the thing I was going to do differently. Still might, right? But could you do a run where you get all your money and gear through the arena? Ooh, not all of your money. Well, you don't get any gear from the arena. So, well, okay, you don't, that's not true. You do get a little bit of gear from the arena, but there's no like regular drops. So no, I don't think you could. Yeah, I don't think that would be feasible. It's a cool idea though. So you missed a refugee in that town? Hey. All right, so this is going to be 4 cutthroats and 2 slingers. Honestly, the nomad slings are super good. I kind of want to fight this. Like, the nomad slings are going to be so good for us right now. They don't cost ammo and they're better than a wonky bow. It's spooky. We've got the dogs. I'm gonna do it. I'm thinking more about different macro things, like going to card upgrades sooner or different retinue. I don't know. I feel like the retinue, the like macro decisions that I made last time, I think I pretty much still agree with. I don't think I have any like new insights there. Yeah, and they have blunt injuries. They do have blunt injuries, which are generally better than the piercing ones. All right, I think we're gonna scoot and shoot. Yeah, so we're gonna run like down and to the left, scoot and shoot on these 3 brothers, and then get ourselves up on this high ground. I feel like there's a lot of gold spend on things like holy water and other stuff that when pulled together could have made a more impactful purchase. I only spent the money on the holy water kind of near the end, and I had a plan for the holy water that was, I think, unlikely in how it got disrupted, where the ancient dead camp that I was gonna bust, that could have gotten us a sword lance, well, Reaper's Scythe, could have gotten us a Reaper's Scythe and would have been a really good camp to bust. When we returned, had a Necro Savant Lord. So I still think that was like a good decision, even though it didn't work out. All right, I'm gonna lose Entrenched, but I'm still gonna move here and, well, no, I'll just do this. Let's be honest, the run got wrecked by, I mean, well, yeah, that's what ended up doing him in, but. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, the injury's bad. It's funny how they're like unable to resist this kind of hex. I feel like we have a lot of gold. Due to the low cost of hiring and upkeep, we could have, I mean, I tried to, like, no. I think the thing is like the money was there, and like literally there was just nothing for purchase that would have been like a big impact. Like, I looked, I wanted to get a sword lance. I did a whole trip through the south with the goal of buying a sword lance, and there was just literally none for sale, which is sometimes something that just happens. I think like when I had the gold and when I was able to do it, I don't know. It's like, those are things that I intended to spend my money on, didn't get the opportunity, and then just got the card upgrade instead. And like, I had brothers who were ready to use them and everything, so like, again, I think that was just like, the situation was uncommon and, or like unlikely and unfortunate. So I think that's basically what happened. I think a big flail would have be a huge fan to take down some supply caravans. I mean, we had a Berserk Chain, we just didn't have a brother who is really meaningfully able to use one. So we have not hit them yet. Not once. Okay, good boy. Will you ever prior to level 11? Will you ever? What does that mean? Sorry, I don't understand. Got a question, is it ever worth using the Orc Mace / Hammer two-handed? Oh, those are new, right? I haven't even seen them yet. So maybe. I actually have no idea. I have not seen them yet. Okay, let's shoot here. I really want the dogs to jump on the slingers, but... Okay, just glad this guy got stammed out and could only attack once. Yeah, to use an Orc Chain, what you really need is just like... Flail Mastery. There we go. And do I send non-delusional all the way to here? I mean, they don't have quick hands, so I kind of think I do. Yeah, Berserk Chains are really good. Like, they're just really good. They're a good weapon. Brave, but good boy. Cool. So as long as we get these slings from this fight... This was absolutely wonderful. That guy's he's stammed out, so he only has one attack. So I'm not too worried about moving in melee with him. Hey. Got him fleeing. Got him dead. Got him fleeing. Got him dead. Bingo. Got ourselves a Nomad Sling. And one of these Nomad leather caps as well. That was a really good fight. The dog's carrying the crew again. Won't be the last time. So we should expect to see more of that. Eagledub even more bogged down. Might need to move the dog off him. Sir, do you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs? Will you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs? I was trying to see if there's a stuffed animal or something I could shove over my head. I don't think so. I've got this, like, I've got a kitchen towel. It's like a wig. It's pretty fashionable. Wait, who was it that got asked if they wear wigs? Was it Brian David Gilbert? Someone got asked if they wear wigs and thought it was such a funny question that they were incredulous about it. This is like from an episode of... No, it was not. Who was it? This is a thing. Someone... No, it was the person, Frodo. The person who acted as Frodo. What's his name? Elijah Wood. Someone asked if he wore wigs, and it was really weird. I think there was an episode of Last Meals on Mythical Kitchen or whatever, where he talked about being asked that question. Is that the reference? Did I get it? Is this accurate? Is this real life? I remember that interview was so flabbergasted. Yeah. Right? Your girlfriend overheard and guessed Elijah Wood? Boy, she's smart. Yes? Okay. Wow. Weird. Look up the original clip? I probably should. I never did look up the original clip. I only saw Elijah Wood like reference it in an interview. Boy, I hope we find some ammo. It's hilarious. I should find it. I'll watch that later. Okay. Dr. Vishnevsky's leveled up. We're gonna have this bro be part of the phalanx. A little mini phalanx, and I guess he's gonna take flail mastery, at least on the initial pass through, which I think is totally fine. Swap arrows? Ooh. Thank you. Doodle TV. Thank you. Good catch. Okay. Continue on. I wonder if those footprints were the nomads that we just fought. And we're hoping that Fuchsberg eventually forgets and then gets over the fact that we, you know, we attacked him like a little bit, you know? Like a little bit, but they should get over it, right? We can't be living in the past. Fuchsberg, that was at least, what, you know, 19 days ago or something. You know, it was a long time ago. They'll get over it soon. Pretty sure they'll actually get over it soon. So that's good. All right, let's see what's going on in El Hadet. They've got ooh, look at that. Look at this. Look at this open palm. And another one? Ho ho ho. They've got ambush trade routes here. So that's cool or whatever. I don't even remember what I had for breakfast. How could anyone remember 19 days ago? Exactly. All right, let's do this contract. We'll at least see if we're able to. We're going to be doing it with an additional brother. Because onto this squad, we have added Antiwian. Look at that club-footed, sure-footing. His feet are like tree trunks, you know? You love to see it. And this is J-Chan. Wonderful. All right, so let's take a look at Antiwian first. Honestly, pretty good brother. Like, look at that melee defense. Hobbit-footed ass beggar, exactly. You love to see it. You're in, you're in. Yeah, this brother can be part of a phalanx. Great. Cool. Has plenty of like fatigue saving things alongside like second wind. Pretty good. Axe or flail, either one's fine. Taunt. Does have taunt. I have not made use of taunt, which maybe I'll be able to. I don't know. Cool. All right, let's take a look at J-Chan. Of course, you mentioned Elijah Wood right before we get an actual Hobbit. True. Okay, this is another pretty solid brother here. Could do Whirling Death tank things. Oh, on Antiwian. Could. I think with light armor, I'm less keen to do that, I think. But he can definitely be part of a fighting block. All right, this brother is pretty dang solid. Almost a max roll in HP, pretty high roll in melee skill. And let's see, what was the other? Okay, they got powerful strikes, okay. This is the golden combo. Shield and swift strike so they can get duelist as well. When we do set up brothers who are going to be operating in a phalanx, I am looking to maybe give them dynamic duo. That way they can share the burden. Our mace shield bro? Yeah, like having access to mace mastery is huge. Shockwave is super good. So I think Brewski's probably right on target there with that one. He's got really good melee skill, and he's gonna have plenty of fatigue to be able to do the stun. Shield and mace, when you're able to get the shockwave skill, is pretty solid. Yeah, this is really good. This brother's really good. Cool. I'm gonna say Mace Phalanx. And then I think for Antiwian, we'll remain flexible and kind of do whatever. In fact, we may end up just doing like Weapon Master. Awesome. Sorry, boss, hair's a bit messy today. No, it's beautiful. Do you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs? Will you wear wigs? All right, let's have... Eagledubs sit out just for now. Okay. So we're just moving some gear around here. All right. Feel pretty good about what I've set up here. Cool. Yeah, that's looking really strong. It's looking really strong. So we'll see if we're able to bust this nomad camp. Is there a tactical reason why your formation is mostly on the left side? No. We'll square it up. All right, let's take a look. Take a look at what we got here. What are we working with? Wow. Cool. When your renown is in the dumps, the contracts are easier. Let's see. We're not really able to easily scoot and shoot here, huh? Did you replace the broken knee, bro? No. That bro is definitely getting kept because he's really good. So we've got a broken knee. However, this injury on some brothers would be crippling, right? But some brothers don't need both of their knees. They just need one. That's your one healthy foot, so we lean on that side a bit more. That's it. All right, I guess I am going to scoot and shoot. I don't like it. Got him. Hit him with the 12%. Okay, let's get melee contact out on the field to update their AI like attack pattern, basically. We'll get these ones in the back moving forward more aggressively. Just like that. Just like that. Okay. Really need to hit this cutthroat with the headless mace. Or whatever we're gonna call it. Good. And I'm deciding if I want to... Yeah, I suppose with the dog here, Broken Exile's probably fine. Obviously, that's a flat-headed spear. That's what it looks like. Nice. All right, get him, doggies. Unfortunately, it looks like the flat-headed spear is going to get an attack in. Ow. Fractured hand. There we go. Okay, if all he does is shield wall and throw sand, it's not going to do any damage. Excellent. Well, that went wonderfully. Oh my goodness, they had dyes? They had cloth rolls? Unfortunately, we didn't get that weapon, but we did get a Nomad Mace. These are pretty good. A Darga's handy as well. Yeah, did not get the funny long stick. But the Nomad Mace is a pretty sweet weapon. Fencer. Yeah, and some food for sale too, yeah. Mostly these dyes are like super high value. So let's return to El Hadet. Oh, and I missed it, but it was apparently an entire hour ago that Dark Paladin joined, subscribed. Very much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I need to set up some sort of like, so here's the behind the curtain thing. I used to have, on my OBS, I'd have a window just to view the chat on Twitch. But since I'm like actually like looking at both Twitch and YouTube chat now and that both appear on screen, I have a different like multi-chat tab, but that does not give me the alerts. Like if it doesn't say when someone subscribes or something like that. So like I've got it on a different screen on my activity feed, but I don't look over there. Need a Kaka subscriber alert? Actually, that's kind of a good idea. That's obviously what I should do. Kinda. Okay, and we are not going to accept this caravan. Dornvocht is not a day to the northwest. Unless this... Oh, maybe that road keeps going past Azim Shab. And like connects up through here. Otherwise, it's like a huge roundabout. Huh. Now you have to unsub and resub. Can you do that? Is that cheating? All right, with this fractured hand, I think Psycho Ling should sit out. Okay, we'll move around some helmets. Oops. Okay, Master Matic is leveled up. So this brother will eventually be a fencer, I guess? I mean, I don't know. I'm saying fencer, but he may end up being... Well, who knows what he'll end up being? Who knows? He'll be something. He'll be something. He's gonna be fast. Master Maticus has potential. Dagger Mastery? Well, he doesn't have it at the moment. But he could end up doing, like where we bought Dagger Mastery, buy Dagger Mastery later, and he uses like the Goblin Cruel Falchions or something like that. That's definitely a possible thing, and then actually can make use of the initiative too. I mean, he's got ways of using the initiative, so like I think we can lean into it and be happy. And this brother is probably actually eventually going to grab parry. I know that didn't probably serve us super well in the previous run, but does Hardened have the Catal Dagger gets free quick hands thing? No, I'm vaguely aware of what you're talking about, and I think that's limited to just base Reforged. I'm gonna grab this range defense. I think it's totally fine. And then, let's just grab 9. And then on Not Delusional here, grab Promise Potential. This sucks, super fun to play with. I could see it. And let's grab the Fatigue. And then on Tasman 300, let's go ahead and grab Entrenched. And we'll grab these offensive stats. And let's grab Fatigue. Wonderful. Okay. And that's what we're going to call it for the evening, because I have Dungeons and Dragons with the squad tonight. So people who are watching on YouTube, the VOD afterwards, looking at the runtime, they'll be like, oh no. Does Slurchy die again? No! At least, not today. All right. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm off to play some Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going to send you guys over to a pretty cool variety streamer I used to watch back in the day. Not as much anymore, but pretty good at Mario and stuff. The Beast. And so, to all of you, wherever you are in the world, I should be back tomorrow, and we will continue our Crippled adventure, this time with a proper start. Things are looking up. And so, wherever you are in the world, make it a good one. Ta-ta.